soft fork is a backward compatible upgrade to the blockchain protocol. That means we can go back. That means it follows the older, it maintains the older versions of the software also. So only miners and nodes who update the new software will be able to produce new blocks that adapt to the new rules in a soft fork. So soft forks are more common for minor improvements or bug fixes. So it is a backward compatible changes. That means new features or tweaks to existing rules can be adopted. So there is, and the older versions of the software are still able to participate in the network. But in the case of the hard fork, the older versions are not able to participate in the new network. So the older version is separated from the blockchain network, and the newer version follows the different rules, right? But here, uh, the nodes running the older versions are still operatable. A soft fork is a type of modification to a blockchain that allows implementation of new features or functionalities without causing any drastic structural changes. The modifications or added functionalities are backward compatible. That means we can go back. That means it enables the older nodes to recognize and consider newer blocks or transactions that comply with the older rules as valid. However, the fork invalidates older blocks or transactions for nodes that follow the new rules. So here the backward compatibility means so we can go back, right? So in the hard fork, if there is a new split in the blockchain, so it doesn't follow the older blockchain rules. But here it also allows the older blockchain rules. So backward compatibility means that an upgrade or change in the blockchain protocol does not render the previous versions of the existing blockchain invalid. A soft fork's backward compatibility characteristic differentiates it from a hard fork. Soft forks only require a majority of the participating miners to agree to add or modify new consensus rules to form a single viable blockchain, while hard forks create a permanent split in the blockchain and force all the miners to comply and update to the new version for it to be functional. So, what are the advantages of the soft forks are? It is a backward compatible. That means the nodes running older versions of the software can continue connect to the network. So this is the main advantage of the soft fork, which is not possible in the hard fork. And they are less disruptive than hard forks since they do not necessitate the updating of all user software. So in the case of the hard fork, if there is a so so here if there is a new upgradation to the new OS, so all the users must upgrade to the new OS, right? But it is not there in the soft fork. So they can be used to make modifications to the blockchain that do not require anonymous agreement from all users. So mainly for the small bug fixes, we use this soft fork. Think of your phone. New software updates will be available for the phone, right? So if the new software updates bring new features and bug fixes, but most older apps still work. That's similar to a soft fork. The essential functionality remains the same, but there are cool new things for those who upgrade. So this is all about the hard fork and soft fork in the and different types of forking in the blockchain technology. Thanks for watching my video. Now let us see the example of a soft fork. So in the case of the soft fork, the blockchain is backward compatible. So we know that just like an upgrade to the software, so fork is an upgrade to the blockchain. The soft fork is a backward compatible upgrade to a blockchain protocol. This means it introduces new rules that don't invalidate previously valid blocks or transactions. It's like adding a new lane to the existing road, that is the existing blockchain, that some cars, that is miners, can choose to use but older cars, that is, the older software, can still navigate on the original routes. So here, the backward compatible means it maintains the compatibility with the older versions of the software. Nodes running the older software will still recognize the new blocks as valid, although they might not be able to take advantage of the new features introduced by the soft fork. So, like hard fork, there is no permanent split in the blockchain. So, the blocks will also obey the, it will follow both the older rules and new rules. For example, segwit, that is a segregated witness, is an real-time example of the soft fork. This was a major soft fork implemented on a blockchain network in 2017. It aimed to increase transaction capacity and reduce the transaction fees. Segwit works by separating transaction signature data from the main transaction, allowing for more data to fit into a block. Notes running the old software will still recognize these blocks as valid, even though they could not process the Segwit data itself. So, these about the software real time examples.